And that's what brought you here? जो तुम्हें यहाँ तक ले आया?
Curiosity.
Thank you to the 5 people who clapped. That's nice. Good to know. No, no, sweet. Okay, so this at the end of the day, marketing is all about selling those emotions, right? The products probably are secondary if you ask any real marketer. I mean, I've heard that in a lot of conferences, so I'm just taking somebody else's words and giving it to you. This ad was also done in the same manner. This was actually taken from the personal life story of Shraddha running for the appraisals in E4M. I'm kidding. Okay, let's quickly get to the business that we have for you. The season is upon us of the super shopping in India, Diwali season, where everybody's going to get those big ticket purchases, gadgets, and well, of course, the month brings out the shoppers and all of us. So we are moving towards a discussion where how gadget brands build salience among digital savvy shoppers is going to be the bottom line of the conversation. Please give a round of applause and join me in welcoming our moderator, Mr. Nitin Mathur, co-founder and COO 91 Mobiles. Please keep that applause going for Mr. Nipun Maria, Chief Executive Officer, IQW India. And Anuj Siddharth, Deputy Director of Marketing and Communication, MediaTek India, joining it. Mr. Sanjay Chitkara, Senior Vice President, LG Electronics. If you can please invite him with a round of applause. Mr. Mathur, I'll let you take the center stage now.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I hope I'm audible at the back. Yeah. Okay, so quick context first. So I lead 91mobiles.com, which is a gadget site. We get about 1 million people a day who use our site to make purchase decisions for buying gadgets. And from the data that we have, we know that while buying a phone or a laptop or a television, people typically spend 2 to 3 weeks read multiple articles, compare different devices, etc., and then decide what they're going to buy. So a typical plain vanilla marketing campaign or an ad, doesn't necessarily cut it in this category. And I think we're here to discuss how the strategies of some of the leading brands in this space are different. Before we get to that, though, a little bit of context setting. I think the pandemic has been, has upended a lot of things in this as well as many other industries. So I think to begin with, I'll ask the panelists for their, their comments on starting, Anuj, with you, on how the pandemic has, changed things in the industry, and in particular with, consumer preferences and, how people are making their decisions now. What's your experience been?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, team here, for having me in the discussion. Thank you, Nitin. Thanks, everyone. Well, as such, I don't want to talk about pandemic, right? Let it go at the back seat, right? But certainly, we have seen, how the digital transformation, which has been happening in the industry, and that too, when we talk about last 2 years, right? We have seen how people are actually evolving and how they have moved, from the offline to that of an, online bit, right? Information is the key thing here, right? Everybody would like to actually, get all kind of information, the data today, and wherever they are, they would like to actually experience that, sitting at their homes in wherever they are, right? I think that is one thing which we have seen has changed a lot, and which has actually brought down to a lot of interesting content curation, So I would say even thanks to 91 Mobile as well, right? In bringing such a great kind of a content, which could be in any of the forms today, right? It could be in the form of digital content, could be in the form of interesting videos, right? Which today, we all are helping an end consumer to understand and then take a calculated decisions, on what they're buying. So as they're very happy about it. So I feel this drastic change, in the life cycle of a plan, wherein people they decide to know more about the product. I think that has really moved a lot. That has actually change the landscape, of what we are experiencing today. Yeah.
Thanks, Anand. Nipun, I think same question to you. What are the changes and trends that you've seen in the pandemic? Has that affected, buying behavior anyway? And do you see some of these effects tapering off, now that the pandemic is firmly kind of behind us?
Yeah. So good evening, everyone. As far as see the pandemic is concerned, we've seen different waves of the pandemic. Of course, there was a wave when people were really scared of going to offline and therefore, choosing to buy products, and they were veering towards online. Now, what I see is, especially in mobile phone buying behavior, I think more or less we are back to where we were pre-pandemic. I think people are still going to shops, experiencing. Still, people are buying online. So just like earlier, there was a healthy mix of online and offline. I think the same trend is more or less continuing now as well. This is one part, which is buying, where I have seen a bigger shift is in how people are using their phones now. Before pandemic, I think people did not know how much they can really get out of their phone. Now they can see that, whether it's mobile phone gaming, and games certainly are going to another level. OTT and the rise of OTT. While all of us were very conversant with the rise of OTT, I think what we're also seeing now is behavior changing of people not going to multiplexes as much, right? And some of the recent releases of movies also indicates towards this. So I think there are changes, less changes now on the buying front, and more changes on how entertainment behavior of people has changed.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point. Sanjay, coming to you, for LG and in your category, I think obviously television is a big category. Do some of these trends are the same, and what are you experiencing with regards to your sector?
So the pandemic impacted everybody. Emotional health, physical health, economy, everything. But luckily, if I talk about our industry, so it has there was a negative impact on cosmetics, lifestyle products, or fashion apparel. But it has a positive impact on pharmaceuticals, on our devices, uh, consumer appliances, electronics products. You might have seen during pandemic there was a lockdown, and there was not many options for entertainment were there, and there was a spike of TV viewing. If you remember, 35-year-old Ramayana and Mahabharata was hitting the all records, and our sales almost 2 to 3 times for bigger panel during that period, and that trend is still going on. During pandemic, you might have seen everybody was chef. They were posting their that lousy samosas on social medias. Everybody was a chef. A microwave oven for us, that was a dying category. At one point of time, we were thinking of dropping this category. But suddenly the sale boomed to 2 to 3 times for microwave oven, and it's still going on. Maids were not allowed in the societies, in the households. Um dishwasher, can you believe? We have never seen in our industry that any product is getting sold on booking. There was 3 months booking for dishwashers during that period. Everybody was migrating to their hometown. So they need a full setup of office in their hometown, air conditioners, panels, that screen. Everybody in the home need their own gadget for children need for their tuition classes. Your wife need for her dancing or yoga or something. You need for office AC. So there was a lot of sale, and we have that was that trend is still going on. There is a pent up demand. So that pandemic actually helped our industry. That's what I think.
Yeah, thanks, Sanjay. So I think now that we have the context a bit set, let's move to the marketing aspect of it, and how the strategies here actually differ. Nipun, I'll start with you. I think Eco's been a very interesting brand, especially for those of us in the smartphone industry to follow, because it launched in an extremely crowded market and has distinguished itself very quickly. In fact, in our recent consumer surveys on 91 Mobiles, Eco is topping the charts in terms of brand loyalty, consumer satisfaction, etc., etc. So obviously, it's a great product. But what were some of the salient aspects of the marketing strategy that went along with it to give it the place that it has today?
Yeah. So as far as ICO is concerned, in fact, it's the second year that ICO has become the #1 brand in user satisfaction. If you were to ask me what is the recipe behind this success, I think it's very simple. Especially, I think in young brands which are selling online, one keyword is authenticity. We are very true and authentic with what we are making, for whom we are making, what we are promising, and what we are delivering. We don't beat around the bush. We don't make tall claims. We just try to understand our consumer as best as we can. And to this consumer, we try to deliver the best that we can. And thankfully, that's been giving us results. And hopefully, ICO continues to top these charts.
Thanks, Nipun. Anuj, coming to you, I think your perspective here is very different because MediaTek's obviously an ingredient brand for many categories of electronics. And given all the changes that we discussed, you obviously work with OEMs to help them navigate and sell their products. So what are some of the tactics that you use and the strategies that you use while working with OEMs?
Well, yes, you rightly mentioned about it. So at MediaTek, we are powering around 2 billion devices, which is a mix of smartphones and smart devices. Sanjay did mention about some of the interesting products here. So hopefully they were powered by MediaTek. Yeah. So yes, so we feel that the omni-channel strategy is really, really important today. Because the way consumers are becoming more and more aware. So we have to tap them, across the 360-degree strategies, I would say, right, in bringing the right, visibility and validation, about the products what they are using, So it is becoming need of an hour today, for an end consumer actually to understand the phone or the any other gadgets what they are using, what kind of technology is powering them. So yes, so we have been utilizing across the medias, be it the offline media, digital media. Recently, we did an event, with the help of some of the lifestyle influencers. It was because the different kind of content is needed, right? The people, those who are actually technology geeks, right? So they need a lot of technology based content, right? The people, those who are common users, right? I believe for them, it is very important to simplify the technology, right? To demystify the technology, I would say, right? So we are using certain channels as well, how do we demystify technology, and bring across the masses, so as whatever they want, whatever they need, they can again, make the right kind of decisions, be it from across the segment of products, whatever MediaTek has today. So I think, and also, at the same time, working on the brand, I think that's also very important. That's how and end consumers get that kind of confidence, right? That yes, this particular product is powered by MediaTek. Yeah. So I believe it is becoming need of an hour today, right? And also, when we talk about the migration of technology, right? Everybody knows that 5G is around the corner for us, right? So I think it is becoming really, really more important for people to understand, what kind of technology is powering, this particular ecosystem, right, of the products what they're going to be having. So yes, so in that terms, we work with the different technologies, right? I don't want to talk too much about technology here, but yes, at MediaTek, we have interesting mix of technology, technology which is, for 5G smartphones. Our chipsets are called as Dimensity chipsets, which are powering a lot of smartphones today. So we even provide some kind of technology enhancements for our OEM partners, which is called as open resource architecture. With that of an open resource architecture, the kind of camera, the kind of gaming experience, what we all enjoy on our phones. So OEM partners today get that flexibility to customize the devices, for the end consumers. Because end of the day, end consumer needs to be really happy and has to enjoy with whatever we are offering today, right? We know how important camera is today, right? For all of us even sitting here in this room, right? So yes, so all those enhancements are, from a technology point of view, we are working, and we really feel, that the end consumer gets, educated, with all the technology, which is powering these devices. Cite few examples here on that. Thank you.
Thanks. So Sanjay, when it comes to television in particular, right? Like I think anyone who is part of the industry or reviews them, our reviewers do, knows that LG OLEDs are probably the best in the market, right? And obviously, again, a great product, but are there any specific marketing strategies that you use to get the word out there in terms of how LG technology is the best now when it comes to, I mean, particularly in the case of televisions, where I see a pretty big gap between LG and Samsung.
Recently, for our OLED TVs, we have used Shah Rukh Khan about OLED TV. But see, our brand philosophy overall, the key of our brand philosophy for marketing is that our products are cheap. And our customers are celebrity who endorse our products. In India, almost 70 to 80% populations are in rural and in upcountry, where reference sales play an important role. So, although that digital marketing hygiene, SEO, SEM, or managing our website or social media community, that's the basic things which we do. In our website, there are almost 40 to 50 million traffic, and over the period of 3 decades, we have built up a large community on our social media. We have 45 million Facebook followers on our page. But the key is, everything comes on the store. So we do a lot of focus on at the point of sale. For that, our aim is to make the overall experience, the buying experience for the consumer better, for which what customer needs. Needs a proper consultation at the store, and products, a proper air conditioning environment, seating arrangement, fixtures, demo kits to display the technology. You'll be surprised to know we have 12,000 sales promoters across all over India, which are even at that rural stores. We spend almost 350 to 400 crore rupees in a year on hiring them, training them. So we have a big training facility in Noida, India Learning Center. So our most of the expenses and focus is at the store level. That's what we do. But the season time, like in a peak summer season, or 15th August, 26th January, that's become a big sellout period. Or now the Diwali is coming post Navratra. We use ATL also and traditional media.
Thanks. So I'll pick up on a couple of things there. I think someone mentioned gaming, about how that's big, and I think Sanjay mentioned how you use endorsements from people like Shah Rukh Khan. So Anuj, I want to ask you that I think for MediaTek, and I think the gamers would be the Shah Rukh Khan, right? Like, because they are the ones who experience the product, and I know that you're doing a bunch of stuff around that. How is it that you're capitalizing on the gaming trend and using that as a part of your marketing strategy?
Sure. Well, gaming is certainly, gaining up a lot of momentum, as we all know, and it has gained, I believe, more momentum. Of course, not going back to the time frame, right, 2 years back, right? But the way the industry is actually booming, when it comes to the mobile gaming and the esports industry, right? So at MediaTek also, we have, great technology, which is called as a hyper engine technology, which when it comes to, adding an interesting experience when it comes to users, those who are using, powered by MediaTek technology, right? So the kind of interesting features you get, while using the smartphones powered by Hyper Engine, that's an awesome experience. That's one. When it comes to promoting it in a rightful manner, so last year we did a tie-up with Geo Esports, and we did two bunch of esports campaigns with them. That created a lot of buzz because one thing which we have also learned from CMR. It talks about that the hyper casual gamers, they have increased multifold, in last few years, and we continue to create that buzz and a part of this momentum, and that's when we are again participating with another esports which is upcoming, around the corner, for the gamers there, right? And I believe, coming back and talking about again, curating right kind of content, I believe it is really, really important, be it in any of the areas, and yes, we believe bringing right kind of technology to cater to the gaming segment. I think the hyper engine gaming technology is the one, because it also takes care of the most important part is the battery consumption, of the devices which one is using, so I believe with hyper engine technology, right? So all these pointers are being taken care, when it comes to MediaTek, and we are using, all these multiple channels to promote our technology so that it could reach, the end consumer mind share. Yeah.
Nipun, coming to you, and for eco as well, I think gaming would probably be a big space, right? And I think it's arguably amongst the best gaming phones out there. What's your strategy when it comes to getting the word out?
Yes, gamers and our research and consumer behavior, it shows that a lot of our young consumers play a lot of games. And for us, I think it's a threefold strategy that we follow. First is it has to come from the product. The product itself should deliver. So things like, some of the things Anuj mentioned, things like fast charging, cooling, these are some, of course, a very strong processor. Some of these things are very important. So this is the first part, which is the product. And the second part is where are you seen? So being present where our passionate gamers are present, I think that helps a lot, whether it is with respect to some gaming tournaments or some of the other associations that we've done in the past. And the third is word of mouth. And for me, I think 1 and 3 are the most important, especially as Nitin, you mentioned. These days, consumers do take 2 to 3 weeks to decide which phone to buy, especially our consumers. Now, you can get their mind share by advertising, but I don't think you can make them purchase. So the wallet share will come from 1 and 3, which is product and word of mouth. The mind share can come from number 2. So therefore, for wallet share, I think word of mouth and product are most important. And that is where our most of the focus area lies.
Thanks. So I think we'll have our final few minutes left. So wanted to come to a couple of questions around trends that we are likely to see, and I think the most obvious one that jumps to mind is 5G. Anuj, you're a chip maker, so obviously very core area for you. How are our lives going to change in the next year or two, right, across categories?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think something certainly interesting, which I believe everybody is looking forward for, and trying to experience the best of the internet speeds, which should be for common, right, to experience whatever we are using our gadgets as, right. And I believe the overall AIoT landscape and the smart homes, I believe is something which we all are looking forward for, right, in the times to come, right. The kind of applications which we cannot even think of today, right, I think would certainly evolve, in the times to come, during the era of 5G, I believe, right. think of any kind of example, right? Watching simple, TV at home, using, the current, ecosystem of internet, right? How it would certainly evolve, right? Downloading speeds, the uploading speeds, and all, right? I think it is certainly going to be changing, complete lifestyle. At MediaTek, since we have the complete range of smart devices ecosystem, right? So that's when, I think these gadgets would become so important part of your home, your lifestyle, right? Um, that they can probably manage, what we cannot even imagine today, right? With that of 5G upcoming in the times to come. And certainly we are pretty much excited about the 5G journey here. But talking about some of the numbers, what we all know about the smartphone industry and all, right? Even if at all we are looking at a TAM of around 150 million in the coming year, right? We still feel, the it will take some time to penetrate deeply, into the core, regions, in India. So till that time frame, I believe the 4G technology will still be available. Though at the same time, we are certainly very excited, and I believe India is one interesting market, wherein we see we have seen no 4G, but still we were able to penetrate deeply into the 5G devices. I'm sure Nipun would agree to that, right? With me here. So yeah, so with the complete product portfolio, catering to that of segment, from the mid segment to that of a flagship segment today, at MediaTek we have entire product portfolio, from our 5G MediaTek Dimensity series, which is catering to the 5G smartphone ecosystem. We're quite excited about it.
Sanjay, please paint a picture for us, because in so many appliance categories, right? What's the magic that's going to happen? Can I just, get my beer to chill before I get back home and send a message to my fridge? How's 5G going to help us?
So, I mean, life is going to be changed. This internet speed will go 10x to 100x. And in October, it will be launched. And by December, the 5G will be in all metro cities. And by March, it will be launched throughout the India. So, the streaming speed, the video content, the experience of the video content, that was the big bottleneck of selling the smart TVs and big TVs across all over India, particularly in the remote area. And most of our products are smart device, IoT based, and artificial intelligence is there, ThinkQ based. So the usage and the true experience of these products, the consumer can take, and it will definitely help us to shift the product portfolio from the non-smart to smart devices and TVs. One more thing, it will also explore the new possibilities in our business, like remote diagnosis. For a consumer, after sales services, one engineer can solve multiple issues sitting at the office. The speed to the consumer grievances will improve. We are into medical grade monitors and surgical monitors. So what is going to have the latency? That's the biggest factor in 5G. 1 millisecond, that's 1 and 5 millisecond is there. So a doctor is almost virtually sitting next to the patient. So the robotics, surgery, all the demand of all these things and monitors will go up. Gaming is is one of the thing where the true experience, like our products, we have NVIDIA, G-Sync, AMD, FreeSync, Dolby Digital, Dolby Vision Plus. So all these features consumers were unable to experience due to the limited bandwidth available in India. So it's going to definitely change the overall experience. So we are very excited. We are changing our products as per this. Most of our products are 5G enabled now.
Nipun, some remarks from you on how 5G is going to change things around in the smartphone space particularly, and any other trends that you foresee for the next year or two.
Yeah, see, as far as devices are concerned, the good news is that in the mid segment, we are already seeing proliferation of 5G devices, so much so that all the new phones that are being sold, especially mid upwards, are 5G phones now, right? So I think that's a great development, which I did not see at the time of 4G, right? Number two, and when I draw a parallel from 4G to 5G, I remember launching amongst the first 4G phones in India around 8, 9 years back. One of the trends I see is that, and if I draw learning, is that while the phones were available, the true power of 4G, or harnessing the power of 4G, it took a little time for people to understand what 4G can give, for consumers to fully take notice of what are the true capabilities of 4G. I think same thing is going to happen now as well. While 5G will be available, while we will have devices, I think it will take some time for the larger ecosystem around us to develop, whether it is robotic surgery or the beer getting chilled before we reach home. I think all these use cases will be tried, imagined, and maybe something which we don't even know, because what truly is only when we have it in our hands we'll know. So while the possibilities are immense, but how many will truly fructify? I think it will take a little time for just like 4G took a little time to reach and give us its true potential. I think 5G will also take some time. Thank you.
I think we're kind of out of time. Just one final quick question for all the panelists. I think a couple of the things that we are seeing in the electronic space is that the devices are better and better even at the entry level, right? And therefore upgrade cycles are potentially becoming longer, right? And there's also convergence, right? I mean, there's a phone, there's a tablet, there's a television, and for a lot of people, just the one thing does the job for all. So quick answers, Nipun, starting with you. Do you see things slowing down a bit because people will just hold on to their devices for longer and need fewer of them because just one device does everything? And if yes, what's the marketer's way out of this conundrum?
Okay, so see, convergence, there is interconnectivity which is happening. Devices are talking to each other, but I think, in fact, because of devices talking to each other, people are realizing that yes, my watch can be smart, my refrigerator can be smart, my TV can be smart, and all of them can be connected with a smartphone, right? So I'm not, in a way, sensing that a smartphone can replace all the other devices which I just mentioned. I don't think that's going to happen, devices or appliances, right? So that's one. Yes, replacement cycles, I think it's a journey. Sometimes, and we've seen that in the past also, replacement cycles were lesser. Now, yes, increasing slightly, but I still believe India is a very large market, especially our demographic dividend, which is the number of young people that are entering, the age of particularly buying a phone. I think that's a great power that we have. So as a person who is part of a smartphone brand, I think there are only good signs ahead. And encouraging signs ahead. I don't see any big worry on those accounts.
Thanks. Sanjay, quick answer from you. You said that obviously, television consumption is growing and therefore TV sales would as well. But with phones becoming better and better, do you see any competition across categories? Because a lot of people would just access that content on the phone, right? And obviously, appliances has been a long replacement cycle category always, right? So what are your views on this? And again, what's the marketer's way out of this conundrum?
So I think mobile phones are doing better job than us. Because you see, every 6 months or 1 year or 1.5 year, people change their mobile phone. But in our case, even after using their refrigerator for 10 years, they look for a compressor change. So that's the reality. The reason is because whatever they are using at their home, they find there is no better products available in the market. In our industry, unfortunately, people have not invested much more on R&D to improve or give the better features and products. What they have done is they always try to cut the prices, keeping the prices low. That's really impacting. If you see, I want to give one very good example. If you see them during Asia time, the color TVs were launched in India. At that time, the price of TV was 10 to 12,000 rupees. You will not believe, even till today, the 32-inch TV is available in 10,000 rupees. If you see, the Maruti car was launched in 45,000 rupees. or even at that time, the bullet motorcycle was 35,000 rupees. Now it is 1,60,000 rupees. Nobody is buying entry level cars. But in our case, the single door refrigerator, it was available at 10,000 rupees 30 years ago, even today. That's very unfortunate. Though in LG, we are trying hard on various things so that we upgrade the product. It's basically, improving the power efficiency, more eco-friendly products, and giving more features on the basis of health and hygiene. That's what we are working, and we are, able to transform and change the products in a shorter cycle. That's what we are working.
Thanks. Yeah, I think that's a good point because phones are lifestyle products now, and very different from others which are considered utilities. Anuj, I'll let you have the final say here. You're again, MediaTek's making chips. I'm sure you must be forecasting which categories are growing how much. How do you see things? Which are the categories that you see coming up and going down over the next few years?
Well, I believe what I can say is, from MediaTek has a core heart of R&D, and that's when we believe in bringing best of the technologies for end consumer, with powering 2 billion devices right across the segments. I would say that we keep on working on incredible in, incredible out, which is our core, right? Wherein we keep on bringing best of the technology, so as end consumer can really enjoy that technology. I think in terms of trends around, like we just now discussed, with that of, evolution of the 5G ecosystem, I believe there would be a lot of technological shift, right, which would happen. Of course, one is the smartphone, what we all look into it, right? But apart from that, how the ecosystem, would shape up, in terms of the AIoT and all, right? We have already seen so much happening in the areas of smart devices, right? We talk about energy meters, we talk about robotics, whatnot. All right. So I certainly foresee, these trends, going upward, right? Wherein people, apart from, adding a smartwatch, smartphone, right? They would be adding more devices rather. I would agree to what even Nipun said, right? So these devices have their own set of life. So at MediaTek, yes, I believe a smart TV, Sanjay, you mentioned about. So yeah, so we are number one provider for smart TVs as well. So we feel, bringing best of the technology with the best of the features, right? Best of the connectivity. I think it is going to be certainly empowering our country and the ecosystem. Thank you.
Exciting times ahead, I guess. And I think that's all from us. Thanks, everyone. And thanks, E4M, for having us.
Can we get a picture together, sir? That'll be nice. Thank you. And also, I'll request you to stay back on the stage while we get these tokens of appreciation to show our gratitude. Mr. Mathur, if you can help us out, that'll be amazing. So there are some tokens coming your way on the stage. All right, thank you once again, gentlemen, Mr. Maria, Mr. Chitkara, Mr. Siddharth, and Mr. Mathur for enlightening us, and of course for being here with us. So with this, we'd like to move on and invite on stage Dr. Anurag Batra, Chairman and Editor-in-Chief for Exchange for Media and BW Business World, to say a few words. And I'll request you all to put your hands together.
Good evening. It's my honor and privilege to be here. The pitch 30 under 30 winners will be felicitated today. I see some familiar faces. I haven't met some of you for a while, so I'm happy to see you after a long time. I have come to a E4M event almost after 45 days. I'd like to attend all E4M events, but I'm not able to. I just can see, I'm told that 27 of the 30 winners are here. And I must tell you that I started Exchange for Media when I was under 30. So it feels like deja vu. I'm not sure I would have made it to the list, the kind of process we have. But I must tell you that we take our lists very, very seriously. All of you know that you've come through a process. You've seen what the jury is. And in a world that almost everything else can be influenced, almost everything, Satya, not everything, Yuvraj, not everything, but almost everything can be influenced. Our awards are done in an honest manner. I must tell you, in my other organization, we also have our BW Marketing World 30 under 30, and a very close family friend of mine, husband, wife, industrialist. Their son hasn't made it, and they're calling me. I'm not picking up their calls. I don't know what to say to them. He hasn't made it, you know. So I can tell you that we do our awards with absolute integrity, and we've also perfected the process over the last few years. The data can be better, everything can be better, but the integrity is absolutely 100%. Some of you have been on the jury, you know how we really get the jury members to really look at entries in a deep way, in a very transparent way. So I see the parents are here. You should be very proud of your uh, child's progress. They're young leaders. I wouldn't call them children. I have two young children, both teenagers. And I can tell you that, about 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks back, my wife reached out to me and said, HT20 under 20 is happening and you haven't got Prarthana. Prarthana is my daughter to enter. So of course, the editor is a good friend of mine. The editor's friend is a very good, close friend of mine. So I said, Niti, I won't call him then for anything because I just will tell them for next year, Prarthana will apply and do what you have to. I said, and I then looked at the jury because my wife sent me all the jury members except one are people I have worked in the past or are close friends. And I told, so I take awards very, very seriously, and so should you. I also want to say that the age of achievement is getting younger. If I look at the founders of companies, if I look at CMOs, which is the core for Exchange for Media and Print, their age is coming down. We haven't done a formal study, but when I interact with CMOs in last 21 plus years, I've interacted with 700 CMOs, maybe more. I can tell you that the average age of CMOs is coming down. So the average age of achievement in every domain is becoming lower and lower. So you're a representative of what's happening in the ecosystem of business, of advertising, marketing, and media. I also want to say that post-COVID, we've realized that just being alive is a big achievement. And I also want to say that because there are young people, I don't know what can I tell you, but as I said, uh, my own story is unusual. I started Exchange for Media with Naval and another friend of mine, and Naval really runs Exchange for Media. I spend more time in business world. And it started because we wanted to build a B2B e-commerce for the media ecosystem. And for the first 3 years, we tried that and we failed. And I keep saying, these are my favorite lines from Randy Pausch's book called The Last Lecture, that experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. So I don't believe in failure. Everything is an experience. So whatever you're attempting to do and have done, you're clearly achievers. You have something that the jury saw in you. There are more than 150 shortlisted entries. I don't know the exact number, but thereabouts. So if only 30 of you made to it, the list is called 30 under 30. And I must say in some of our lists, while they're called 40 under 40 or 30 under 30, we may have done only 25, 27, because the jury said, no, we didn't find the rest up to it. So I just want to say that there is nothing like failure. I just want to give you, it is my favorite theme these days, the 4 H's and the 3 C's. And I can say it with my own experience. So I am not from the media industry. Nobody would believe that. But I went to an engineering school. That's what people like you and me did it in our times. And then I went to a business school. I got lucky. I got into the first batch of full-time MBA at MDI. And I went to MDI and, I grew up around MDI. So first house opposite MDI is my family doctor's home. So, and the doctor's wife, my father's the principal of the common college. So I grew up in a very middle class family. And if I look at where I've come, I've lost all my hair. In a long journey, I've started wearing specs. I always used to look down on people who wear specs. So I don't look down on anyone anymore. But so I started exchange for media. We didn't succeed in the first 3 years of building the B2B exchange. We may make an attempt at it now that we have the attention of the industry. And we were ahead of time, the B2B e-commerce time, possibly we were ahead of time. And we would now do it from the, processing end, because there is a matchmaking, there is transaction, and there is fulfillment. And fulfillment is triplicated at the client's end, at the agency end, and at the media owner's end. So if we can take away costs, so we may attempted 22 years of having started. So we started Exchange for Media, and we started the newsletter just to build our brand. And then I remember I did work at HTA. We remember Sunil Gupta quit. It was a big story. We broke that. And we were very narrow media planning side. Some of you are from that domain. The influence of clients in marketing decisions is much more today than it was 20 plus years back. Not that the media planners don't have a say, they have a say, but I would say the clients are more involved. So we started Exchange for Media, and with all humility, everyone copies us, everyone. Whatever we do, I mean, almost all my colleagues get offers from competition, almost all. Some are not hireable because they're kind of wedded to E4M, so they don't join, right? And we built an industry, we got lucky. So from there on, I have 4 H's that I want to share with you. You're young people, but it's reiteration of what I've learned. I believe in the process of reverse mentoring, so I could learn something from you. But my 4 H's are: first is hope. I genuinely believe that tomorrow will be better than today, in spite of all the challenges. And those who work with me know that. It's not a spiel I'm saying here. I really believe even if you have a bad day, there's no bad day. Every day is a good day. But you don't have a day up to your expectations. You have whatever or something that you wanted to go. Tomorrow is always better than today. So sleep with that. I sleep with that. Second is humility. Some of you are very, very bright. I've seen all the 30s with. I've gone to your profile, seen that all of you are very, very accomplished, but have humility. You'll achieve more. Your parents would have told you that, Palusi paid pe ukta hai, jo chukta hai. So, do, and I was at my friend Sajal Mukherjee, some of you know Sajal da, he and me started a media school. Rubika is from our media school. Our third partner, Mr. Atul Maheshwari, the owner of Amar Ujala, passed away. We shut the school. And he invited me, now the director of the APJ School of Communication. On 22nd August, Monday, he invited me. And I don't go on Monday to any meetings. I try and do internal work in the office. But I realized it's a Monday morning. I showed up because once I've said yes, and I went to Dwarka from Death Call. And, just before I got to speak, they invited me a chief guest and keynote speaker. Sajal is my friend, for 22, 23 years. I've been in this industry. And they got 2 alumni who just passed out, a girl who works for ANI and a boy who's with a sports OTT. And she said, I'm working so hard. I don't get time to call my parents. I don't get time to eat food. And I have a young daughter who's just gone to North Carolina to do her freshman year. And, I was a little teary-eyed that day. And I said, whatever you do, please make sure you call your parents. Life is about priority. Your parents are getting old, right? And please eat food on time. You can get delayed. We've all. So, life is about trade-offs. So don't say I'm too busy for my parents, I am whatever I am because of my parents' blessings. They don't live with me all the time. They come and visit me. So first is be humble. Be humble with your parents. And the first sign of being humble with your parents is to make time for them. And all of you are super ambitious. There's nothing wrong with it. But life is trade-off. I see parents, so I have to say this. And I have 2 young children. The only thing I want is their time. Right? Last night I was calling my daughter in North Carolina. She hasn't picked up my phone. She promised to call me every week, and she calls me. But I was telling my wife just before I was coming that she knows that, Papa is thinking about her, okay. And my parents now live with me 10 days a month, roughly 7 days, 10 days, 12 days. I try and spend much more time than I give. So life is about trade-offs. And you can try whatever. Your parents' blessings will carry you more than any kind of knowledge, any kind of relationship. Parents' blessings. Maybe I'm a little old-fashioned. So first is hope. Second is humility. Third is hustle. I have some friends I won't take. I can see them in the audience who are very big hustlers. And I say it as a compliment. I don't. In life, you got to hustle is about being extraordinary in whatever you do. The people in any company who grow, who do more, are simply doing a little more than they were asked to, or much more than what they were asked to. It's not a job. They represent themselves more than the company. So hustle is very important. Last but not, when I was younger, my wife also went to a top-notch business school. She comes from a business family. She would tell me, Anurag, work smart. I don't know. I still don't know after 21 plus years of being an entrepreneur what is smart. I only know hard work. And I believe in this: the harder you work, the luckier you get. It may sound very cliched, very old-fashioned. It's true now. It will be true later. So I know I'm boring with you with these things. And the 3 C's that you should avoid. One is criticism. Too much criticism. If you're criticizing someone, there's something that you like in them, you're criticizing them. You only criticize people that you feel jealous or envious of. So I used to, feel a little bad when I was younger. But I try and not criticize, not even our so-called competition or people that we compete with, because life is about abundance. There's enough out there. Second is complaining. I don't have this. I don't have. You're blessed. The fact that you're here with your parents, the fact you were in the list, the fact that you're in such great jobs, you're truly blessed. And we don't appreciate small things. Sometimes when the small things don't, you'll appreciate them. So I don't want to talk about you about marketing. Last is comparison. We all do comparison. I'm an entrepreneur. I look at my revenue, profitability, valuation, I'm raising capital. So a little bit of comparison is okay. Let's say inspiration, let's say benchmarking. But as individual, each one of your journey is unique. So whatever you're getting, whether promotions, more responsibility, welcome that, but don't compare. A little bit we'll compare you humans. We're not robots. So we will compare. But you're unique, and know that you're unique, and believe that you will do better tomorrow. So I sound like an old person now. I am old also. Okay. I wish you luck, and I hope you continue to do as well as you're doing today. I hope to build businesses, you contribute to the society. And after COVID, while we all want to do what we want to do, what we set out many years back, I think just being able to live well in a day, just being able to give your best to that moment. We talk about mindfulness, just being in the moment, enjoying today's evening. I do a phone detox for 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't have my phone. I don't keep it with me. Last thing I want to say. I just want to ask some of the winners, how many hours do you sleep? How many hours do you sleep? Just one person. 7. Who sleep less than 5 hours? Good. So sleep is the most underrated thing for performance. If you sleep well, you'll perform well in your job. You'll eat well. You'll make better decisions in your career, in relationships. You'll be calmer. Sleep more. It's not a conference on well-being. It isn't. We run a well-being conference in business world. But I just want to say, my daughter's awake till 4 a.m. I tell her, now she's in North Carolina, but I tell her, sleep. Because I know the day she doesn't sleep, I see her. And the day I don't sleep, I know. If I sleep a little late, and my team knows I'm very bitey that day, they can print, is already smiling, right? So I just want to say that I wanted to say these things, and I particularly want to congratulate all the parents. It's your hard work, your sacrifices, along with your children's, hard work and their talent, but it's also your contribution. So I want to salute that, and I wish that you do well as a family, continue to give blessings to your children, and I'm sure your children will keep doing it well. As a parent, I these days talk more as a parent than I talk as anybody else, because I feel that I've been working too hard, and my kids have grown up. My one child has gone and studying abroad, another is also very close to that. So I wish you luck. We at Exchange for Media will be at the forefront of reinventing ourselves, making sure we stay a leader. I have a team. I had fever last Monday, 102, but they had a party and I showed up because I really feel the love and warmth. I really feel I'm not a diplomatic person. I say what I have to say straight up to people. I've learned to be kind about it, polite about it. Mostly, sometimes I can be my aggressive self, but I don't appreciate aggression. I don't think it achieves anything. So we will continue to celebrate your success, carry forward the good work you do, and be able to showcase the light on you so that you feel more motivated and continue to do the work. Wish you luck, and I look forward to celebrating your success tonight. Please give yourself a big round of applause.
Thank you, Dr. Batra. Wow, a lot of wisdom there, right? That's fantastic. So essentially, if you do not sleep less than 6 hours, I mean, if you do, then the person that you need to look up to is Baba Ramdev, and he's been giving advices without context for 20 years now. So in order to function to the best of capabilities, I think you need to do that. Great. Thank you so much once again, sir. With this, we'll move on to bringing up on stage Mr. Satyabrata Das, Head Strategic Alliance and Corporate Communications for Lakshya Media Group, also MD for Deep Story Private Limited and Director for Freedom Factory.
I'd like to tell this to Anurag Bhai. Prathna does much better than what he said. Big round of applause for Prathna. She does an amazing job. First of all, Lakshya Media Group is very proud to partner with this event. I think long back we discussed. We also do the Lakshya Pitch PMO CMO Awards. So after that, we're discussing with Naval and the team that we should do something for the for marketing mavericks below 30, and this is where we are today. The other observation that I had was when I saw the list, there were a lot of women. Can all the winners stand up, please? All of them, whoever is here, please. Can you stand up, please? All of you, please. All of you, please. I want all of you to give all of them a big round of applause, because I see 18 women in the crowd. 18 women in the crowd in the list of 30, and you know why I feel proud. Please. During my time, when early 90s, when we used to go out and for marketing conferences, we used to have 1 or 2 girls in some corner sitting on a bunch of guys around. And today, 18 women in 30 gives me a lot of satisfaction. Thank you so much for doing what you have done. Brilliant work. Okay. Actually, Manas was to do a small jig, who is our chief tech officer. I don't know. Okay. Tech officer, he is not around, so I'll just. So at Lakshya, what we have done is we have created a new matrix called SHARP, which is Strategic Hyperlocal AI-powered Reach Planner, which is a new tool. So what it does is, for a long time, outdoor doesn't have a matrix, as you know, doesn't have scientific matrix. So we've been working very hard to come up with a new matrix. So me and my colleagues at Lakshya Media Group, we try to get this metric. It's a global first. So I'll just have a small little thing what it does, and then we can go. I'll quickly do it in 2 minutes there. We create measurable advertising solutions that encompasses conventional and digital outdoor media, experiential media, and mobile-focused digital media that are responsive to the creative needs of brands and appeals to the stylish demands of the Gen Z, the curious population. To fulfill the measurability requirement, we have, we call it Sharper now, Strategic Hyperlocal AI-powered Reach Planet Extended Range, one of the world's most advanced audience measurement metrics. Sharper combines 5 databases, including 1.5 billion geotag timestamps per month to generate site-specific residential and traffic metrics, both quantitative and qualitative. It's also developing technologies to measure the quality of each site and their generate OTS and actual viewership by billboards. This was not there earlier, and we're trying to do something very interesting. My colleagues will try and explain you a little better over the period of time. So we reach out to almost 42,000 sites across 62 cities, around 7,000 municipal wards that are broken into 25,000 locations. And we have more than 32,000 data fields, and we assess ownership there. Matrix with 7 educational feed and generated around 225,000 demographic cells across the location ID. There are multiple things in this. I would like all the marketing mavericks here. If you want to have a scientific plan, which is merged with technology and AI solutions, you can reach out to people out here. There are a couple of my colleagues here. You can meet them, or I'll tell Manas to have a discussion with you going forward. Thank you so much. Celebrate this day, and thank you so much, all of you. Bye-bye.
Thank you once again, Mr. Das, for being so kind and cheering the people up that needs a little bit of excitement to make sure that we actually get the energy of the room to the place where the recognition is. But before we get to that, let me quickly once again welcome all of you to the second edition of Pitch Marketing 30 Under 30 Awards. As everybody pointed out, we are celebrating the talents that are under the age of 30. So congratulations on 2 things. Firstly, of course, achieving lots and lots under 30. And secondly, congratulations for being under 30. Both of them, well done. Super stuff. And quickly, we'd like to show you the AV that we have for you. The Pitch AV 30 Under 30 from last year's edition. Let's have a look. And of course, giving the context of this one as well.
Welcome to the second edition of Pitch Marketing 30 Under 30, an initiative from the Exchange for Media Group that recognizes the brightest marketers aged 30 and under from the Indian marketing ecosystem. The platform recognizes the young marketers who've proved to be team players, innovators, and game changers and are considered the future of the Indian marketing industry. The list of winners features a wide variety that represents the diversity and domains across the marketing industry. A high-powered jury assessed a large number of entries both virtually and in an on-ground jury meet in Mumbai, where all nominees got a chance to present themselves and pitch their nominations. The names on the final Pitch Marketing 30 Under 30 jury were selected on the basis of body of work, skills exhibited, testimonials from managers and seniors, contribution to the industry and society. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the esteemed jury for the second edition of the Pitch Marketing 30 Under 30 list. The jury was led by Jyoti Deshpande, CEO Viacom 18, and the jury consisted of some of the biggest names in the industry. Abhinav Iyer, GM Marketing and Strategy, Muthoot Finance. Akshay Tapase, SVP Digital Marketing, AU Small Finance Bank. Amit Tiwari, Global Head Marketing Demand Center, TCS. Anupam Kateria, Associate Vice President, Marketing and Business Development, Imami Group. Dr. Anurag Batra, Chairman and Editor-in-Chief, Business World and Exchange for Media. Harsh Bhandari, Group COO, Republic TV. Himanshu Pandey, COO, Admatic. Hiren Shah, Founder, Vertos. Kedar Apte, CMO, GOBP. Krishna Menon, COO, The Q. Madhuri Krishnan, Senior Director, Global Ad Sales, Truecaller. Manika Sharma, Head of Marketing, Firefox Bikes. Meghna Dave, Head Marketing and PR, Lamborghini India. Mohit Joshi, CEO, Havas, India. Naval Ahuja, Co-founder, Exchange for Media. Pragya Bijalwan, CMO, Crompton. Puneet Jain, CEO, Digital News, Hindustan Times. Puneet Dharamsi, Senior Vice President, Marketing and Investor Education, Association of Mutual Funds in India, AMFI. Ramalingam Subramaniam, Head of Marketing, Brand and Communications, Coin DCS. Ruchika Malhan Verma, CMO, Future Generali India Insurance. Sapna Desai, Head Marketing and E-Commerce, Manipal Cigna Health Insurance. Shivam Puri, CEO, Cipla Health. Sunil Mohapatra, Chief Revenue Officer, Verse Innovation Daily Hunt. Utsav Malhotra, COO, Noise. Varghese Chandy, Vice President, Marketing and Advertising Sales, Malayala Manorama. Vineet Sharma, VP, Marketing and New Business Development, AB InBev India. Vishal Singh, India GM and Global Commercial VP, Mocha Tech.
What a day well spent. If this is what Gen Z in India is going to be, we have a bright, bright future. I was delighted to sort of see different approaches to marketing, different approaches to business. The confidence really shown out in terms of how confident they are and the path that they want to chart. And it would be the privilege of our generation to be able to mentor some of this generation.
Pitch Marketing 30 Under 30 and the jury board congratulates all the winners. And now we present the much awaited final list of Pitch Marketing 30 Under 30.
Thank you. Once again, a quick reminder, the hashtag is pitch30 under 30 that you can use on all your social networks. And to all the winners today, E4M and Bobble AI would like to celebrate further by honoring you with a personalized NFT award this year. Now, this way you can celebrate this day, not just in the physical world, but of course in the metaverse as well. The most important part, the ownership of the NFT will qualify you as a platinum Bobble marketer and entitle you to a lifetime 25% off on all marketing campaigns that you do on Bobble platform in the future. E4M team shall reach out to you, all the winners, post event in order to get to how you can actually avail this. All right, that's more or less of it. I think it's time we invite the stalwarts that we have here in the room to help us felicitate all the winners. Dr. Anurag Batra, Chairman, Editor-in-Chief, BW Business World and Exchange for Media. Once again, if you can put your hands together. Of course, Tabriz Alam, Chief Data and Strategy Officer for Bobble AI, also joining us. And Mr. Nitin Mathur, co-founder and COO of 91 Mobiles. Okay, all right, to hand over, I'll take that. Great, thank you, gentlemen, and welcome, I guess. Okay, please make sure after you get the award, do not run away from the venue. We have a group picture at the end of this evening, so make sure that you are there in the group picture.
You know, lots of people, when you grow up, whether you like the prime minister or not, it's not political. When you become whatever you become, people. I want to tell you, you know, because I built the business from ground, and you know, so someone called me 2 days before, the founder of a very large consumer gadgets company, and said, my marketing team member, but there is another gadget company CMO on the jury, so he will not give him a vote. I said, I can't, but I'll look into it. I've learned to be polite. Earlier, I would say, please don't call me for this, and I would get a little upset. And I must tell you, perceptions are so strong that this CMO actually championed his competition marketing executive and made sure he won. Said he was so good. He was the first one. So a lot of times you have these, and because I'm not in E4M juries very often, except maybe 1 or 2. But that day, Naval requested me. I was in Bombay, so I said, okay, I'll come. So I sat through and I met some of you. Some of you are here. I was sitting there. So I want to tell you that this is absolutely an honest process. We cut our hands. We don't have a point of view on somebody should be in the list, somebody should not be in the list, but we run the process. So we all our awards are very high integrity. Nobody has more integrity than us. I want to say it on this forum. My team knows it. They don't invest for anyone. The sales colleagues from my team in Ekta is there somewhere, our regional head of sales, right? Nobody calls us. They at their end say no. So I want to reiterate again. You saw the jury members. We have jury bites of every jury member, but it would have been very long. So Jyoti was the jury chair. So if you won because all the jury members or most of the jury members believed in you. And in most jury, one person champion, no, this candidate is good, let's get it. Or there is a one person who then becomes a veto on something. So juries are not perfect. They're human beings, but it's a very honest process. And everything is recorded. We have everything recorded. We may not show it to you, but we record it, in a world where almost everything can be influenced. It is sometimes difficult to believe there are honest awards, right? We don't sell our awards along, unlike a lot of other people who copy us in this domain. You know who I'm referring to. We don't sell awards, okay? We do the Exchange for Media News Broadcast Awards, and I deal with media owners and the biggest faces in news television. And they're all my friends, okay? They show up at all my private things, and they're my friends. I've grown with them, they've grown with me. But, some of them are very upset with me, and I'm used to that. But they know whatever they miss, they know that we run an honest process. If the vice chairman of the Rajya Sabha is the jury chair, do you expect 30 MPs on it? Do you expect? And we again film all that. Priyanka runs INBA for the last 5 years. I've lost hair because of that also, one of the reasons. So I just want to again say that it's a very honest process. I think that's the only thing I'm stressing, because a lot of people say a lot of things with us because it's difficult to believe. It's difficult to believe something is honest. Lots of honest people your parents are honest. That's why you got here. Lots of honest people in India. You all must be honest. That's why you're doing well. So, and I also want to say you're less than 30. The real fun starts after 50, I can tell you. So you have 20 more years to go and grow. And I'm sure you'll be a marathon runner and not just a sprint. Though I like Usain Bolt a lot, but the sprinters are good. Back to the awards. Please clap for each one when they come up, because of 3 reasons. One, clapping is very good for heart muscle. Second, when you are here, you need their support. So build your karmic balance. And third, there is a camera. You only get drinks if you clap. So whichever reason works for you, please do clap. In India, लोग ताली नहीं बजाते हैं. So Satyak, we should start a clapping company. Lend it to people who do events. So please clap for all of you once again. It's good for heart muscles. Yes, I like that energy.
All right, I think we are all set for the first winner of the Pitch Marketing 30 under 30. As Dr. Batra pointed out, with a round of applause, please bring on the stage Abia Patela, Account Manager, Government and Education at Google, winning the first award.
And the award goes to Abia Patela, Account Manager, Government and Education, Google.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. This is, it's really good to be awarded. It's a little weird, when you're the first one called out because you don't really know the drill. But that pretty much sums up how 29 years of my life have been, because, because of the way my name is, I've been role number 1 all my life. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone. Thank you so much, Exchange for Media. Thank you, Shantanu and team, for conducting the entire process and, being extremely proactive throughout the process. If I have to thank, I would absolutely thank my parents who've been there every step of the way. I would also like to thank my husband who's here with me. We recently got married. And of course, I'd like to thank Urban Company because, I applied to this award when I was working there. So I would like to thank Urban Company, my previous employer. I would like to thank Decade. I would love to thank Google as well for, kind of accepting me and, making me a part of the family as well. So thank you so much. And yeah, I hope all of you have a great evening. And yeah, congratulations to everybody else as well. Thank you.
Congratulations once again, ma'am. Very well done. You just got married, right? Where's the husband? Can I please request you to stand up, sir? The first man on the planet who's behind a woman's success. Well done. Super stuff. All right, congratulations again. Let's quickly move on to the next winner that we have for you this evening. And the winner is...
And the award goes to Aisha Modi, Brand Manager, Cadbury Dairy Milk, Mondelez, India.
Aisha, if I can request you to kindly say a few words, that'll be amazing.
So first and foremost, thank you to Exchange for Media for organizing this. I think the process in itself made us believe that this is a very genuine process. And it gave us also time to reflect on what we've done, the body of work, like it was mentioned. And it really did inspire us in thinking of what we would want to do next. As I was just mentioning, what it really inspired me to join a role that I wanted to for a very long time, which is at Google. There I hope I can bring in the skills that I've learned so far and contribute to an organization in the tech world, which is evolving and growing every day and helping the world evolve. Thank you to the entire Mondelez team, my peers who are also here, some of the peers back at the organization, seniors, and the managers who guided me through the process. And of course, thank you to my parents and my husband who is again here. So thank you.
Well done, ma'am. Congratulations. Right, sir. Okay, so what essentially is going to happen now is we'll quickly keep on getting the people on the stage dependent on how loud you're clapping for them. So the louder you clap, the quicker they come, the quicker they go back. Right? Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, we'll move on to the next winner then. And the next winner this year in the much coveted list is, let's have a look.
And the award goes to Abira Banerjee, Digital Strategy Manager, Fresh to Home.
Abira, congratulations. Super ecstatic to welcome you to the coveted list this year. Let's have a round of applause once again for Abira Banerjee.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Exchange for Media and the jury for considering me for this award. I feel very, very special. And while this award is for me, I think the gratitude is for all the brands that I got to work with and all the people who have worked with me, helped me grow in the industry. Special thank you to my head of marketing and brand head from Fresh to Home, who really, really pushed me that, no, go ahead, you apply for this. A big thank you to them, my parents and friends who are my biggest cheerleaders. Thank you so much and have a great evening.
Congratulations again. And with this, we'll quickly move on to our next winner this year, pitch 30 under 30.
And the award goes to Akshita Kanumuri, Lead Product Marketing, Freshworks.
Just before she stepped on the stage, the clap died down. Timing was good, but the result was the other way around. Congratulations, Akshita.
Super stoked to be here. So just for a little context, so Pitch 30 under 30 was never part of the larger scheme of things. I always wanted to do something 30 under 30, and the plan I had for myself was to hit 30 countries before I turned 30. But courtesy COVID, that didn't happen. Life had better plans. So part of Exchange for Media's 30 under 30 list, and super stoked to make it here. So big thank you to the organizers for making this happen. And the gratitude goes a long way. So I have to thank my parents, who have been my biggest support system all through my highs and lows. They've been achievers in their own right, but they've been cheering me all through my journey, no matter how high or low. I also would like to extend this thanks to not just my parents, but also my extended family, my in-laws and my partner, who've been equally supportive and more. So they're not here with me today, but yeah, big thank you to them. And also everybody at work. So I moved companies, moved roles, moved industries. I've had good bosses, encouraging bosses, tough bosses, but I think everybody played their own role in their own way to make me capable of standing here. So thank you so much, everyone. I owe this to you. Yeah.
Congratulations again, Akshita. You just described Dr. Batra, tough bosses, good bosses, sweet bosses. This man has rolled all the bosses into one. So yeah. Okay, moving on to the next winner that we have for you this evening. Let's have a look.
And the award goes to Archita Khanna, Communications, Events and CSR Manager, Beam Suntory, India.
Well, there you go. I think I told you this earlier. If you do not clap loud enough, people might not step up on the stage. Yeah. Coincidentally, Akshita is not in the room. I just wanted you all to clap for whatever reasons. So Akshita is not here. I think once she's here, we can get back to the award. Archita, I'm sorry. Archita is not here. So we're moving on to the next award. But before we do that, can I please invite on stage Mr. Manoj Jigyasi? Mr. Manoj Jagyasi, Chief Business Officer and Strategic Advisor to the Board of Bharat 24, to join us in felicitating the winners. Thank you, sir. Okay, with this, we'll move on to the next winner on this year's Pitch Marketing 30 under 30 list. Let's have a look.
And the award goes to Arushi Dhamija, Marketing Manager, General and Product, Amazon India.
Congratulations, Arushi Dhamija. Ma'am, can we get a picture with you?
Thank you so much, Exchange for Media, everyone on the jury panel, Shantanu, Ritika, for basically rewarding us and recognizing us. All of this and much more is obviously because of my family, my parents, all the friends who've extended so much support and instilled on the confidence in me. So a big thanks to everyone on who've organized this process, and congratulations to everyone in the room.
Congratulations again, ma'am. Let's quickly move on to our next winner on this year's list. Can we have it on the screen, please?
And the award goes to Deep Chabria, Creative Lead, Marketing Partnerships, Netflix India.
Hello, thank you. I didn't know we had to all speak, but this is great. I told my parents I won 30 under 30, and my dad said, out of how many? So Indian parents are kind of brutal. Also, my mom said it's your last under 30, so please go. Well, it's not a good way to remind me, but thank you so much for everybody for being here. Thank you. I thank God first for kind of giving me this. Thank you to all my friends who came. Really sweet of them. They live here, so it's okay. It's not that bad, but of course, thanks to my parents, thanks to everyone at Netflix, everyone at E4M. And it's good to know you're winning before you come to an award show, so you can wear a jacket. Otherwise, it's weird, right? My name is Vik. Thank you.
Wow, we heard a couple of good ones. That's amazing, right? That's a wonderful speech, right? Anybody who's getting the Netflix subscription for a year are actually asking, sir, कि ये Real Housewives का series कब बंद होने वाला है? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, we'll get back to the winners on the list this year. Let's quickly have a look at the next winner.
And the award goes to Gitanjali Thakur, Senior Manager Marketing, Nykaa.
Thank you so much for adding me to this prestigious list. Very happy, of course. I want to thank my parents and my husband who's here clicking pictures. So I think without this man, I wouldn't have been here. Hi. And someone who couldn't be here is my 9-month-old daughter. And I was on maternity leave when the process was going on. So it was very difficult to manage her and do the process. But while I was doing this, my perspective has changed. And I hope that whatever I have done and I would do, I hope she get inspired by this and she also does something great. I think motherhood does that to you. It kind of changes you and makes you want to think of the next generation. So that's where I am. Thank you so much to the entire team. Thank you.
Now you can stop, sir. Abhi ho gaya. He was still taking the video. What a wonderful man. Let's have a round of applause for the last winner. Congratulations once again. Okay, we're moving on to the next winner, Pitch Marketing 30 under 30s list. Let's have a look.
And the award goes to Hans Badwal, Marketing Manager, Byju's.
thank you, E4M. Thank you, all the jury members for, I mean, I'm really grateful for this award. I honestly, this award, all the credit firstly goes to all the channel partners that we have, the media agencies. I mean, it's one award which I have won, but I think all these people have put in great efforts behind the work I have done. And all the teams, the whole ecosystem that I've got at Byju's at my disposal to kind of help me create this content and go ahead and create this marketing content to tell the brand story better. Yeah. And mostly I'd like to thank the bosses I have at Byju's who have blind faith in me, Atit Mehta, Siddesh Joglekar, who have been immensely supportive, and they've really given me like the whole authority to lead an entire vertical. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations again. With this, we'll move on to our next winner on this year's list. Can we have a look, please?
And the award goes to Hemal Anil Thakkar, Marketing Manager, Kitopi.
So he's not with us right here, but then again, I think we have audiovisual message from the gentleman.
I really hate missing this, but thank you so much, Exchange for Media and the jury. I'm really honored. This one's dedicated to my mom, to my mentors, Prashanta Nondala, and to Neil. Here's to you guys. Okay, now I'm gonna go and do my dog dance. Thank you so much.
All right, I would request both the gentlemen to kindly take their seats back. Thank you so much for being so kind and helping us felicitate all the winners. Can we have a round of applause for both these amazing people? And to further help us out in felicitation of the winners coming in, let's call upon stage Mr. Sanjay Chitkara, Senior Vice President, LG Electronics, to help us out. Please put your hands together and help me in welcoming the gentleman. Also, Mr. Satyabrata Das, Head Strategic Alliance, Lakshya Media Group, MD Deep Story Private Limited, and Director at Freedom Factory, to help us felicitate the rest of the winners. Thank you, sir. And welcome again to the stage. Okay, with this, we'll move on to our next winner on this year's coveted list. Let's have a look who it is.
And the award goes to Ishan Singh, Retention Lead, Mind Valley.
All right, first of all, thanks a lot to Exchange for Media for this prestigious honor. I think truly for someone who started his career in marketing with comments that engineer hai to figure out kar hi lega, I think I've honestly come a long way. This message is for my dad, who will, I think, now stop sending me the vacancies at ISRO saying that scientist ki opening hai, just go and apply. So from that aspect, first of all, I'd like to thank him because of standing there every moment and immediately asking me for a picture after this, that to send to all my relatives. I think from there, the next thing I would like to thank Scriptbox, the company with which I was for the past 4 years, for running a very tight value ship and showing example to a lot of startups across India that true business and long-term business could be built on right values. The CMO, Mr. Manu Prasad, has been a very strong mentor for me. Moving on to now a big challenge of scaling Mind Valley globally, I think this truly ensures a lot of faith in me that yes, I could do it. So that's all. Thanks a lot once again, everyone.
Well done, sir. Congratulations. You've done it. Just wanted to kind of ask how many engineers in this room, if you can raise your hand if you're an engineer. Right. So essentially, I've learned in the last 12 years, I've been hosting. Engineers will not be found in two jobs. Apart from that, they're everywhere in the world, right? First is, of course, mostly the presidents and the prime ministers of a country, and secondly, the engineers itself, right? So engineers will be doing everything apart from being an engineer. So congratulations to the addition of one more.
I mean, if you like his joke, you can clap. If you don't like, he's just got married, so you can be nice to him. Engineers. I'm also a much below average, okay? Not just an engineer.
Fantastic. Yeah, just got recently married and also became an author. So since just adding on to it, sir pointed out, I've written a book. Please go ahead and pick up a copy. It's amazing. Trying to sell it, right? Everything men know about women. That's the title of the book. Everything men know about women. It has 300 blank pages in it. A perfect wedding gift. The next wedding gift that you're searching for is that book. No, I'm kidding. Okay, coming back to the winners again, and let's have a look at who the next person is going to be in this year's coveted list. Can we have it on the screen, please?
And the award goes to Karishma Malpani, Marketing Manager, Flagship and Ecosystem, Samsung India.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Exchange for Media, for this honor. It feels really amazing to be in a room full of all of these achievers. So thank you. I would just quickly want to thank my parents, especially my mother. I honestly would not be here if it had not been for her and for all the effort she's put in. So thank you to her. I've been really blessed with some great mentors and managers and colleagues in the past 6-7 years of my professional life. So it's truly a testament to their work that I'm standing here. So I would really want to thank all of them. I was with MG Motor India when I applied and I won. So thank you to my MD, my CCO, my CMO at MG Motor India for their trust and faith in me. So thank you and congratulations to everybody.
Congratulations to you and the new company that you've joined, ma'am. I'm sure you'll be coming back again with that one to take out another award from us. But it's time we move on to the next winner in this year's list. Let's have a look.
And the award goes to Kaushik Kushalbhai Thakur, Lead Marketing and Growth, Windsor Games.
Hello, everyone. Really thankful for Exchange for Media Group for honoring all of us today. And of course, by the grace of Almighty, this has been really wonderful. I really thank my family, friends, colleagues who have believed in my vision. And I'll just take 1 minute to specifically thank the current generation of entrepreneurs, people like, my co-founders, Pawan and Soumya, who took me in when I was just a 25-year-old, fresh out of MDI college, probably convinced me not to join an FMCG offer, which I had, groomed me, and then they took a backseat, gave me a full playground, to experiment, learn, fail, and improve myself. So this goes to people like them. Just, reiterating on the sir's word, so I mentioned about hard work, right? What I see is a lot of time I find people who are probably doing a lot of putting on the time to, find a innovative or let's say a smart way to work around. But sometimes I truly feel that just keeping your head down and working hard solves a lot of problems. So yeah, that's from my side. Thanks a lot, everyone. You've been a wonderful audience.
Wonderful. Kaushik, congratulations. Thank you so much. Right. So Kaushik, essentially, please I'll let you get your seat. In the meantime, you're doing that. I thought I'll share this observation because I'm supposed to do something here, right? Otherwise, what's the value that I'm adding? So Kaushik essentially is the before and after meme of a millionaire, right? You look at that. When you don't have $1 million in the account, that's how you look. When you've got them, that's how you look. Fantastic. Yes, of course, sir. I actually got to know that sir is a millionaire the day Ranbir Kapoor called him up and said कि ये t-shirt वापस भेजो मेरा जो आप लेके घूम रहे हो. He's got a fantastic outlook towards life, and that's at the end of the day the goal is to keep winning, to keep believing, and to keep achieving. But while you're doing all of that, maintaining who you are deep down somewhere, and that's the growth that we all are recognizing and giving rewards to tonight. So in that spirit, let's have a look at the next winner in this year's list.
And the award goes to Kriti Khandelwal, Associate Director, Marketing, Yellow.ai.
Hi, thank you, everyone. I think listening to all the amazing thank you speeches, the marketer in me had like 7-8 versions, but I'm going to spare you guys. I'm not going to go through 7-8 versions. I just wanted to thank you, Exchange for Media, first of all. I think it was in my early 20s. I had this yellow poster in my bedroom that had under 30 written on it. I knew that I wanted to be on one of these lists. I just didn't know which one. So thank you so much for making that dream come true. Another thing that I really wanted to talk about, I think a bunch of us brought that up, that there are a lot of women winners in the audience. And there's a new saying these days that behind every successful woman, there is a progressive man. And I just want to call out my dad. I think he's not only been progressive, he's been the biggest motivator, supporter, and cheerleader for me. So thank you so much. Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations once again, ma'am. Let's move on to our next winner on this year's list.
And the award goes to Kshitiz Gupta, Consumer Marketing, Coursera.
I think we all celebrate the work which we do as marketers, not the marketers themselves as much, right? So thank you so much and congratulations everyone who's taking away one of these today. I also want to thank everybody who sort of believed in like the 22, 23-year-old me, took the plunge, mentored me over all these years, and helped me give those opportunities which I really value at this time, and obviously one of the reasons why I'm here. I also want to thank a very special person who's there in the room with me, and that's my beautiful mom right there. I know you don't like all the late evenings, the late nights, but I promise that I'll get better at it. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening.
Congratulations, sir, and congratulations, ma'am. Well done. Okay, we'll move on to our next winner now. Let's have a look on who is joining this year's coveted list.
And the award goes to Manvi, editorial lead, Vitamins 3.
I'd like to thank Exchange for Media for this award, which honestly came as a bit of a surprise because I hadn't anticipated that someone like me, who's basically comes from a journalism background, had actually managed to get good at marketing enough to be on this list. So thank you so much for considering me. And I think the reason that I could get on this list is because of the incredible work that my team at Vitamins 3 does, where day in and day out, we're trying to speak to young women on issues that matter to them in a language that they understand. I'd also like to thank my incredible family for always supporting whatever choices I make, and especially my brother who's clicking photos right there. So thanks Exchange for Media, thanks everyone, and here's hoping for a more feminist internet among other things. Thanks.
Congratulations again, ma'am. So we're down to almost half of the list, and this is the time that I remind you all to put the energy and the zest, the gusto back into your applauses. It's a constant reminder because it's not easy standing up here. I mean, the journey itself is absolutely not easy at all, but standing in front of so many people, the people that you know and admire, and then speaking something, well, that's a challenging task, right? You know, people have the biggest phobia as public speaking. You know that. So please make sure that everybody who's coming up on the stage gets so much of love and so much of affection from the applauses that they actually feel that you are with them on this journey. So with that hope, moving on to our next winner in this year's list. Let's have a look. Wait karo. All right, the next winner is going to be, before we actually get to that, let me quickly thank both the gentlemen on the stage for being so kind, and I'll let you get back to your seat, sir.
I would request Anurag to do a 50 under 50. I want my kids to come and click pictures, please.
My team knows, though I don't work with them, I still every 2 days send them a new idea. But don't give me ideas, okay? Because I was born in Haryana. We don't think before we do anything. Okay? I don't live in Haryana anymore, but I still have all those traits. I grew up in Old Gurgaon and went to India. Always happy to meet a friend from India. This Saturday we had the Healthcare Award, and the Health Tech Entrepreneur was again from India. It's a good college in spite of people like me. But we'll take you up on that offer. Priyanka, you know what is your next IP, right? 50 above 50, okay? This is not the first time somebody said that.
Yes, sir. And I'm sure, I'm absolutely sure this is going to happen, but in the Haryana way, sir, because हमारे यहाँ पे क्रिकेट खेल के मैच जीतने का रिवाज नहीं है. जब आप बैट से बंदा पीट के मैच जीत सकते हो, तो बॉल को पीटने की क्या जरूरत है? No, I'm kidding. Coming back to it, I'm a Jat from Haryana, so I can't help those Haryanvi jokes whenever they pop up, right? To help out with the felicitation of the rest of the winners, please welcome Mr. Virat Khullar, Group Head Marketing for Hyundai, to kindly join us on the stage. And Mr. Abhinay Tiwari, Chief Growth Officer for Admatic, to kindly help us felicitate the rest of the winners as well. Let's bring Mr. Tiwari with a round of applause on the stage. Thank you, gentlemen. And let's move to the next winner on this year's list. Can we have it on the screen, please?
And the award goes to Muskan Tandon, Assistant Director Marketing, Ship Rocket.
So not just thanking Exchange for Media Group, just highlighting that my first intervention with marketing was when I saw the pitch magazine kept on some of the CMOs, cabin, glass cabin. And that's where I got inspired to, pursue my career in marketing. So thanks a lot in terms of our support. And I just feel that this is just a start for all of us. Thank you to all my friends and family and my mentors as well. Thank you.
Congratulations, Muskan. When was this? How long back was this? 10 years back. Thank you so much for reminding us how old Dr. Batra is. Thank you. I like to live crazy. Like I like to live on the edge where I'm about to lose my job. So that's fantastic place to be in because that's where the creative ideas pop up, right? Okay, moving on to the next winner that we have on this year's list. Can we please have a look who it is?
And the award goes to Nihar Kutiala, Manager Horizontal Communications and Newsrooms Emerging Markets, Adidas India.
Horizontal communications and newsrooms.
Hi, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to definitely commend Exchange for Media for holding such a professional, seamless, and I think just integral process. And secondly, of course, like to thank my family and my parents, especially for being such unwavering cheerleaders like through my life. I think I'm someone who's very passionate about what I do. And I think this kind of just reignites the fire to do better and to keep carrying on. So it's great to be recognized for that as well. I'd also like to I congratulate everyone else in the room. It feels great to be in a room full of such incredibly smart, talented people. So more power to everyone else here. Thank you.
Moving on to the next winner on this year's pitch, Marketing 30 on 30. Let's have a look.
And the award goes to Nimit Pava, GM Digital Marketing, Bobble AI.
I just want to say, because I observe these things, I tell it to my team. These days, I'm not hands-on on E4M, so, but Bobble Eye has a long-term partnership with us, and our jury members, have decided this, so they're sponsoring, and this winning has nothing to do. In fact, very often it happens that our sponsors, we tell our sponsors not to participate. If I get to know, I tell them don't participate. But I'm sure it's come through a jury process. Every must have signed. So I want to say that there's nothing, because I know this is how we work and I can vouch for that. So Nimit, congratulations. Just want to, a lot of cynical people say things. So I just want to say that. Give him another round of applause.
Hi, everyone. Congratulations to all of you who won the award. Really excited to connect with everyone after the award ceremony. Thanks to E4M for this opportunity. I think I started the process in like way before then we sponsored the event after like 6 months. So it has nothing to do with that. Thanks to E4M for the opportunity. Thanks to all my mentors who believed in me when I couldn't even believe in myself. And my parents will be really proud of me for this once I get successful in making them understand what I actually do. Just kidding. Nothing but grateful for this. Thank you so much. Thank you once again.
Congratulations once again, sir. I can vouch for it. What Dr. Batra just rightly said now, that being a part of the team does not guarantee you an award. This is my 80th award for BW and Hindustan Time. I'm sorry, BW and Exchange for Media. Apart from a lot of other publications that I just said now, I don't know why, but for BW and Exchange for Media, this is my 80th event, and I haven't got a single hosting award in the last 10 editions. So, just saying, putting it out there, testament to the fact that the jury process is true. Okay, we'll move on to the next award winner on this year's list. Now, with that, let's have a look.
And the award goes to Bankuri Sharma, Brand Communication Manager, International Business, Titan Company Limited.
It's an honor to have received this recognition. I always say that whenever I pick up a project or any activity that I do, I always try and leave it a little better than how I found it. Thank you for recognizing those efforts, and thanks to my parents. Being Sharma ji ki beti comes with a lot of pressure, and I think I have delivered well on it. Thanks to all the teams, the managers I have worked with. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Can I please request Mr. Tiwari to kindly take his seat back? Thank you so much, sir, for being so kind. Wonderful to have you here. Thank you. And invite on stage Tamanna Dhamija, co-founder for Convo site, to help us felicitate with the rest of the winners that will be popping up on the stage. Thank you for joining in, ma'am. Congratulations to the next winner in advance, because we're getting to know who that person is going to be. Let's have a look.
And the award goes to Ruhani Arora, Senior Brand Manager, P&G India.
Firstly, good evening, everyone. I am more than excited, and firstly, I wanted to thank Exchange for Media for organizing this so seamlessly. The one thing that I wanted to say is it's always great to be awarded. What's even better, to be validated for something that you're extremely, extremely passionate about. When it comes to the list of things that I want to show gratitude for, firstly, I want to say thank you to Mondelez, where I actually got nominated for, which actually helped my work shine through. I, of course, wanted to thank my parents. I somehow feel that we are much bigger representation of the hard work that our parents put in, much more than we do. So a big congratulations to them. A big thank you to my entire family who's in all corners clicking pictures. So thank you. Thank you so much. It's always great to have the opportunity to do what you love. And I'm among the few lucky ones who tend to be doing that. And I hope this is not the end of the things that I can achieve in life. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, and congratulations to everyone else. Thank you.
Wonderful. What all corners are the family standing in, ma'am? If you can help us. We've got one, we've got two, we've got three. Oh, you covered all the angles. That's nice, ma'am. Well done. Congratulations again. Okay, let's move on to our next winner on this year's list. Let's have a look.
And the award goes to Sanjog Singh Ahuja, Category and Shopper Activation Manager, Nestle India.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Exchange for Media, for this is just a stepping stone, the second edition, but we've been around and learning from their pitch magazine from the last almost a decade. And so congratulations for creating such great content, for almost 2 decades. Secondly, I'd like to thank Nestle India for having given me the opportunities to show our metal, Mr. Narayanan, Director of Dairy BU, Mr. Mehanosh Malia, and Sales Director, Mr. Ravi Ramchandran. From the last 6 years, I've been challenged enough and made to believe that business can run with both commercial and empathy. So that ways, thank you so much, Nestle India. And lastly, my parents. It is their hard work that I'm standing here today, and I've just been following what they've been mentoring with. So thank you so much, and congratulations to all the other winners.
All right, with this, we'll move on to our next winner on this year's list.
And the award goes to Shifali Vijayvargiya, Brand Manager, Amul India, GCMMF Limited.
Hi, thank you, Exchange for Media, Dr. Anurag Batra, Navala Ahuja, Shantanu Ritika, and everybody who has been working on this for creating this platform and recognizing our work. It feels incredible to be recognized for your work. And today it's all the more special because my mother is here with me tonight. So thank you for putting together this evening, and congratulations to fellow winners. Look forward to connecting with you all. Thank you.
Okay, down to a couple of last winners on this year's list. So I am hoping that it's good time that I remind you all to use the hashtag. Please go ahead and do that. Put your pictures on social media using that hashtag that we spoke about earlier, pitch 30 under 30. With this, we'll move on to our next winner on this year's list. Let's have a look.
And the award goes to Shikha Agrawal, Brand Manager, Mondelez India.
Hi, good evening, everyone. First of all, this feels great. So I would like to thank my company, Mondelez India, for giving me the right opportunities to grow and learn in marketing. Secondly, thanks a lot to the jury for recognizing all the hard work that we do. And this definitely comes as a validation that we are on the right path. And also it motivates me further to add more delight and chocolates to our consumers' life.
Most importantly, would like to thank my parents, my in-laws, and my husband who's here and has always been my biggest cheerleader. Thank you. Thank you so much. And congratulations to all the winners. Cheers.
Okay, this is not working out for me, honestly. As sir pointed out, we are from Haryana. We are loud any which ways, right? And this night is a celebration. It causes for us to be loud. So for the next 30 seconds, I want you all to put your expensive smartphones down on the table and pay attention to me. Being a guy from Gurgaon, you'll get used to it. You know, begging for the attention, it doesn't come your way. So you have to ask for it, and you have it. Thank you. Okay, with one of your hands, just put them out with the palm up like that. If you can do that, that'll be amazing. Please do. Please do. Yeah. I can see at the back also, right? If you know. Lovely. Okay, with the other hand, just one finger and start tapping in the middle of the palm. Just one finger. That's nice. Yeah. So this is more like somebody has got something, but you don't really care. That's the kind of noise. Two fingers. So this is almost like, why didn't I get it this year? Three fingers. Right? This is something like, ठीक है, दारू कब खुल रही है, बार कब open हो रहा है. Four fingers. This is like, okay, when it's going to end. Five fingers, palm to palm now, palm to palm. Now, this is the applause that I need from you for the next 5 awards. Is that a deal? Thank you. Wonderful. With that applause, let's see who the next winner is on your screen.
And the award goes to Shivani Hemant Thakkar, Marketing Manager, Kama Ayurveda Private Limited.
Come on, let's have a round of applause for the lady for winning this one.
Firstly, congratulations to all the winners out here. And a big thank you to Exchange for Media for doing this. You know, campaigns come and go, but an award is going to stay for life. So, and I'm really proud to get this. I'm really proud to put all those hours that I have. And a big thank you to my parents who really pushed me. Unfortunately, my family couldn't be here, but they've really pushed me hard to come where I am. And my husband, who's again, unfortunately not here, but who's been a really striving partner out there. My brother and my in-laws, my extended family. Apart from this, I'd really like to thank my entire team at Kama Ayurveda, because honestly, my journey as a marketing, in the field of marketing has been at Kama, where I learned a lot of values. My team is right here. A big thank you to my CMO, Aditya, who's given the trust and who gave me a lot of freedom to do what campaigns I could do. And apart from someone who used to work from home, so I am someone who doesn't work in the head office in Delhi. I work from a remote location, from a regional office. It was very tough to actually get things done, but with great mentors and with a great team, you can actually make it possible. So I think I'll just leave everyone with nothing is impossible, and thank you for this award.
Congratulations again, ma'am. Mr. Kuller, thank you so much for being so kind. I'll let you take a seat back and invite on stage Mr. Yuvraj Agrawal, National Head for New Initiatives, Lakshya Media Group, to kindly help us felicitate the coming winners on the stage. If I can request you all to put your hands together for the gentleman coming up. Thank you. Okay, it's time we move on to the next winner on this year's Pitch Marketing 30 Under 30 list.
And the award goes to Shivanti Sharma, Manager Brand PR and Media, ITC Limited.
A very good evening, everyone. I'm going to take 2 minutes if that's okay. I'm apologizing for taking time because the one thing I've realized in the past 2 years is most expensive thing in life is time. So I mentioned we've all been through quite a bit in COVID. I had my own journey. So I will appreciate everyone's time, but I will take 2 minutes if that's okay. As a true marketer, actually, before coming, my dad was like, I've heard you need to give a speech. Do you have something prepared? I'm like, no, I didn't know we need to give a speech. But in a true marketer sense, I have 3 points I'd like to make. Since it's an evening of recognizing, three sort of cohorts in life that I'd like to recognize. First is team and education, the team at E4M, one. My immediate team, Mr. Haley Chatterjee, Mr. Jackson Chapu, neither of them are here, but along with Mr. Samir Satpathy, who have been flag bearers of independence at work. I'm very proud to be a part of their team. The next bit in team and education, I'd like to thank the 3 educational institutions I've been a part of: NMIMS Bombay, Parsons School of Design in New York, and the incoming class at INSEAD. 3 institutions that have molded me into the person I am today. So hands down, created discipline in my life and completely changed me as a person. The second set of cohort I'd like to thank is community. Number one, I've realized that we don't get to meet each other, like not only the peers in our industry, my organization itself, I work at ITC, we have multiple businesses, don't get to meet other marketers. But evenings like this, I get to understand that we're doing revolutionary work. We don't get to talk about it. We don't get to celebrate it. So here's to celebrating all of us. So major round of applause to all of us for being here. And lastly, we've spoken about family all evening. My dad and mom, I moved outside. I moved away from my home when I was 18. I'm 28 today, so 10 years to the day. My mom and dad, without fail for 10 years, have woken me up every single morning. I do not wake up in the morning. I'm not a morning person. So without them and my sister, there is no way I would be where I am. And lastly, unfortunately, I lost my grandmom very recently. She is one of 5 siblings in her family. She is the oldest one. She gave up her education so that all her brothers who were all in the army and her sister could study. She loved shairi, she loved poetry. So when I spoke to her, and I myself, I'm a dancer, I'm a storyteller, so I love it. When I speak to her and when I asked her, I'll move to Hindi if that's okay, because that was her language of comfort. Kyun kiya aapne, kyun padhai khatam nahi ki? And her 2-line responses always were, लोगों को मदद की, कुछ जिंदगियां बदली, अब जब नहीं रहूंगी तो देखेंगे कौन याद करेगा. And since we just lost her, I can tell you, बहुत लोगों ने याद किया. So today's evening, yeah, I would say it's a good day to help lives, change people's lives. So we're looking forward to doing that in the next, hopefully 30, 40 years of working with all of you together. So thank you for a great community, and thank you to everyone here. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, ma'am, once again. Let's move on to the next winner on this year's list. It's coming up on your screen.
And the award goes to Siraj Sandeep Kotecha, Product Manager, Britannia Industries Limited.
Last 3 awards, I'm not letting Siraj come up on the stage till the time I hear a huge round of applause. Fantastic. Siraj is joining us virtually through the screen. Please have a look.
This is Siraj Kotecha. I'm extremely honored to be a part of the Pitch Marketing 30 Under 30 list. I'm grateful to the judges as well as the E4M team for giving me this opportunity to be a part of the list. I'm very lucky to have found my passion in marketing very early on, and I hope to continue to positively impact consumers' lives going forward. Thank you so much once again, and I wish I was there in person with each of you to celebrate this moment of joy. Cheers.
Fantastic. We'll make sure that we deliver the trophy and the certificate of excellence to Siraj soon enough, but it's time we move on to the next winner that we have on this year's list. Let's have a look.
And the award goes to Sonak Majumdar, Global E-Commerce Manager, Sennheiser.
Good evening, everyone. Firstly, I would like to, ask you all to give a big round of applause to our host today. I think he's done a fabulous job. We've been a horrible, horrible audience. We've not been listening to any advice he's been giving us, but commendable job to him. And thank you for carrying this event on your shoulders. Coming back on track, I think it's a privilege for all of us to receive this award today. And I'd like to thank Exchange for Media and everyone involved, the team and the jury. Secondly, I would like to thank my wife who's joined me here today. She's been ever so supportive and really appreciate her participation and her determination in everything I do. I love to thank my parents, my family for supporting me in whatever career choices we had to make. Back in the day, we were all at an age where we were asked to be engineers or doctors. It's great that there's so many marketers out here who are being recognized. So I thank E4M for that as well. A big shout out to my organization, Sennheiser. I joined them right before the pandemic. Cheers to all my leaders and my colleagues right here across the world. Yeah, and hopefully these mics are, okay, they're not Sennheiser, so I hope I'm not captured on camera anywhere. So yeah, have a great evening and would love to connect with you all after. Thank you.
Congratulations once again, sir. Bartender, please make sure that you send 3 extra drinks this gentleman's way for being so kind to me. Okay, we're moving on to the last winner that we have on this year's list of Pitch Marketing 30 under 30. Let's have a look.
And the award goes to Sushant Sharma, Brand Manager, Boat.
Thank you. I think this is the last. Everybody is going to be happy because dinner is going to be served after this. I was very young when I joined board. I was 25 years old. I had stepped out of college. I'm a graduate from MICA, and I spent about a year in advertising. And it was a time of COVID, and I was about to join some other company, and that didn't work out. And then I suddenly reached out to Aman on LinkedIn, and I said, are you looking for brand managers or marketing professionals? He kept a call with me. In one conversation, he closed me, and I came in. And I was so young, and I was, scared to do the things my way. But he gave me a lot of confidence, and he believed in me. And it's not, it didn't happen that way. You don't give somebody to run a marketing budget of 50-60 crores and let him do his way. But I want to thank Aman and the entire board team. It wouldn't have happened because of them. One of the members from the board team is here, Sia. Thank you for taking this video. I'm sure you're recording it and you'll send it to Aman as well. Promotion on the way. Yeah. agency partners are also here. Mayuk, we've chatted a lot. Shantanu for organizing this, the E4M team. And most importantly, I want to thank my parents. It wouldn't have been possible without them. They have supported me throughout in my life. Whatever I wanted to do, sometimes, I've also done things that didn't allow me to do main career paths and choices. But they've always supported me and been with me throughout any decision that I've taken. Thank you for your support. And hopefully to many more in future, this is just the beginning of something big. Thank you all.
That's wonderful. Congratulations again, sir.
I just want to invite all of you for a group photo while you come up. I just want to say, I keep saying, whatever no's you got in life, no is not no. It means the next opportunity. I keep saying rejection is not a rejection, it's a redirection. So whatever happens in life, it happens for good. Second is the lady from ITC. She talked about collaboration. I think after COVID, we know it's about human touch. Your biggest opportunity is to meet each other, collaborate personally, collaborate professionally. I think it's about compassion. It is about knowing each other. I mean, making money is not the most important thing. You'll realize when you get older. And one more winner said that she's lucky to love what she does and do what she loves. I think Confucius said, if you make your hobby your profession, you don't have to work. I think a lot of you fall into that category of loving what you do and doing what you love. And that's why I love what I do. It's not work. That's why I trouble all my team, 18 hours, sometimes 14 hours, 16 hours I write. These days I'm not up late in the night, but there was a time some of you work 10, 11 years. I would get up in the night, write mails. And so I just want to say, this is the start of something good. I see fantastic talent in this room. I think the jury's done a fabulous job. As I said, I sat through most part of the jury, and most of you made physical pitches. Some of you I met that day and just said hello, nothing more than that. Physical events, the biggest thing is to be able to talk to each other, have a conversation, which may lead to a collaboration, which may lead to just enjoying each other's company, if not anything else. So enjoy the evening. This is the start of something big. You are young, so you can be founders of businesses. And I want to tell you, the life is not about being transactional. And I have my friend Tamanna. I think she came back in December or November 2016, 15. And she's from MDI. That's my connection with her. I am on the board of MDI. I'm also chairman of the MDI alumni. So I have, and MDI is like home for me. It's a family. I have 16,000 strong alumni, which is my family. I met 2 today here. I met 1, and I'm always happy to meet. It is my family. So one of my friends, I don't remember who, Sachin Garg. Sachin put me into here. He's an author. Some of you may know him. Sachin said, oh, Tamanna and her husband Tarun do great work. They do free surgeries for children. They fund surgery. And I was doing a startup event. She came there. That's how I met. And then I kept meeting Tarun and Tamanna. I got so much affection. They work together. They're co-founders of the company. And then, long story, she got lots of funding. And before the funding, after the funding, one day, I wrote to them or they wrote to me. I congratulated them. I don't remember. But they said, we'll work with you. And there is a backstory, which is in my book. You will read. I make a point. I don't want to tell the story now. But the fact is, they've not been transactional with me. And I'm not transactional. And whatever commitment she made to me, she works with us at Exchange for Media. Of course, we provide value and, we're the #1 website for marketeers in media planners. We're not the #2, #3. And we strive very hard to stay #1 editorially and in every aspect. So I just want to say, don't be transactional, be relationship oriented. You're young. Sometimes the only thing I feel about young people, and all of you seemed a lot mature, evolved, very, very humane, and you are, is make time for your parents and don't be transactional. Make time. You're saying thank you here, which is good. Make time. Parents are only happy with time. So unke liye samay nikalna. They'll give you more blessing. You'll win more awards. You'll be billionaires, forget millionaires. So I know these days I tend to think about my parents, my children. I think about work, but I think about a lot of other things. So congratulations. Come for a group photo. Pose with your parents if you want to. Share it on your groups. But it's the start of a journey, and we wish you luck. We'll watch your journey. We'll track you. We'll keep a watch on you, how you're doing. And I'm sure some of you will All of you will go on to lead businesses and make an impact. So wish you luck. My team has done a lot of work. Ankit, Priyanka, there are new members whose names, this girl, I don't know her very well because she just joined. So I'm getting to know them. I know all the old members, Savita, and of course, Shantanu was coordinating. I know Shantanu well from another event. So that's how I know the team members. So please give them a big round of applause. And it was very nice of Sonak to be able to praise Ramin, sometimes under fire. And Shivanti was the name of the lady I can see here. I'm a quizzer, I remember stuff, but sometimes I also forget names. So please give a round of applause to our team at E4M. They really do world-class work with passion and always, this is the second edition. You can imagine what it will be in third, fourth. Look at the quality of your co-winners, I think we can collaborate with them. That's my only message. Meet them, build relationships. And life is about having fun. We take what we do very seriously, which is also okay. You must take it seriously, but some days I don't have any hair to let down, but you must let your hair down. Today is the day. Enjoy your evening. God bless you. Come up for a photo. Come up for a photo.
Thank you. So before we get all the winners settled up on this stage, I want to take this moment to thank all our partners. Without them, this second edition of Pitch Marketing 30 Under 30 was not possible, to say the least. So co-partners are co-powered by Bobble AI. Thank you so much once again. World's largest conversation media platform. Along with them, we'd like to thank Lakshya Media Group, India's leading integrated advertising conglomerate, and AVP News, Aapko Rakhe Aage. All our partners, everyone who's in this room, thank you so much. There's an AV that we want to show you while you all are gathering around on the stage with us. All the winners, kindly step up on the stage. DJ Wale Babu, can we play the AV, please?
Bobble Keyboard, the highest rated keyboard app on the app stores. Let's find out. You can share stickers with your very own face and any custom message, have a big laugh, or scare with big anger. Well, Bobble gives you big emojis.
Since all of you are
Regular
absolutely
black
young,
it may work for some.
just remember your
We
school
don't
days
judge.
like 5 years
What works
ago
for us though
and
is the
stand in
context.
ascending height-wise order for the picture. I'm sorry, I just have bad
Bobble
jokes.
lets you use
But please join us on the
personalized branded
stage
stickers,
so that we can take a
GIFs,
picture with all of
by
you.
strategically and contextually integrating brands and conversations happening on WhatsApp, Facebook, and other social or chat messaging platforms across the country. An average smartphone user spends 25 minutes of their daily 3-hour screen time on their keyboard. Since you spend so much time with us, we understand you and work towards only showing you content that interests you. And before you say it, no, your privacy and security are not an issue. All your data is anonymized before being used, so you don't need to worry about a thing. A wide array of patented and patent pending innovations in areas of content tech,
Quick reminder,
language
only
tech,
30
and
under
keyboard tech
30
will help you stay hip
winners
to
to
the
be on the stage.
ever-evolving language of the digital world. And we made sure
I told
can
you, I
use
like
it
to
in an
keep it
expressive
risky.
and personalized way. Bobble has made conversations human again.
So just to solidify the point, everybody on the stage is indeed 30 and under. All right, now on a serious note, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in this room, I know you are looking forward to some of these amazing people getting this picture, the reward, the recognition that they've got. So, सारे winners के लिए एक बार collectively दिल से तालियां बजा दीजिए आप for the wonderful work they have done and for the hopes that they'll keep achieving new milestones in the coming year as well. Yo. All right, if you got the picture, quick reminder, please use your pictures using the hashtag pitch30under30 on your social networks. Thank you so much once again. Congratulations once again. It was an honor to meet the torch bearers of the young generation who are making the change that the world is dying to be a part of. So congratulations on the journey thus far and keep achieving good stuff, amazing milestones, and all the goals that you have in the coming years. So that's the hope and that's the prayer. That's about it from our side on the stage. Pitch Marketing 30 under 30. We are done. Thank you so much. My name is Ravin Kundu. I hope you enjoyed the evening with me. If you did, thank you. If you didn't, you can catch me outside. Okay. Outside, we are serving the drinks and the dinner. Please make sure that you join us for amazing conversations. Also, to take out your goodies back home, we've got these bags at the reception. Can you show them one of them to me, please? Just give me one. So these bags will be available at the reception for you to keep those precious trophies in and the certificates in. You can collect them at the reception. Thank you. All right, that's about it. Team Exchange for Media, can I please invite you all? Team Exchange for Media to kindly step up on the stage so that we can freeze this moment in time and remember we did a good job tonight. So everyone from E4M, kindly join us on the stage for a group photograph. And for the rest of you all, please join us outside for some drinks and some dinner. Thank you. Team E4M, can I please request you to step up on the stage? Okay, if I don't see you all on the stage in the next 2 minutes, this might reflect the coming appraisals. Are we missing on anybody from the team? The biggest person. Risky choice of words. Are we missing any?